the 3 biggest mistakes that Gen X makes and how to avoid them. Gen X, listen, we knew how to work hard. We've raised kids, we've cared for parents, we've survived layoffs, and we've carried the weight of life on our shoulders. But when it comes to digital marketing, most of us stay stuck by making these same 3 mistakes. And it keeps us broke, exhausted, and thinking that it's too late to start. Today, I want to show you what those mistakes are, how I made them myself, and how you can avoid them so you don't waste time like I did. If you don't know me, I'm Paula. I'm 56. I live in Maryland. I'm a wife, a mom, a Grammy, all the things. A few years ago, at 54, I got laid off, right when my family was already going through some hard times. My mom passed away unexpectedly, and my husband was facing some pretty scary health challenges. You see, I didn't have the luxury of going out finding another 9 to 5. I was exhausted, I was stressed, and I was scared of retirement. I had to figure out a way to earn money online, even though I was scared to death of not being techy. And I had 0 followers, no audience at all. I didn't even have a social media presence when I started. And the truth, along the way, I made every mistake you can think of. But then I found a system that finally worked for me, and I want to break it down for you. You see, most of us start this journey just tiptoeing. We say, oh, I'll dabble in it. Maybe I'll post a little. Maybe I'll learn when I have a little bit of time. But here's the truth. Dabbling, that keeps you stuck. For so long, I was in that treating it like a hobby mode. I spent months buying courses, watching YouTube tutorials, and convincing myself, oh, I'm working on it. When really, all I was doing was hiding from showing up. So if you've ever felt invisible, unimportant, or like you're just playing around, it's because you haven't owned this business yet. And that right there is why the results aren't coming. See, believing you're too old or that you're not techy enough, well, that hits Gen X hard. Tell herself, oh, this TikTok app is for the 20-somethings out there. I don't have time to learn all these skills and all this tech. You see, I thought the same thing. I wasted time beating myself up, but the reality was, the tech wasn't the problem, the fear was. Here's the truth. Gen X has life experience that truly makes us better marketers. We've worked through hard times, we know people, we know what matters. That's more valuable than knowing how to edit a video perfectly. And then the third thing is just waiting for the perfect time. This one here nearly cost me everything. You see, I told myself that I'd start when things settled down. But when do they ever settle? Like I said, I was laid off, bills were piling in. I was going through the mindset stuff with losing my mom. I'm over 50, so I had the women's stuff going on too. And then my husband had this illness, not just 1, 3. He had a stroke, then he had sugar diabetes, but I know a lot of people have that. But with him, when he first was diagnosed, his numbers were 700 plus. They couldn't even read it on the charts. He almost went into a coma. And then we found out he has prostate cancer. So life keeps lifing. Not to mention you have the kids, the grandkids, and all those things. The house to keep up with, you got laundry to take care of, you got to do the grocery shopping, you got to pay the bills, you got to cut the grass, all the things. So when is it ever perfect? You see, the truth of the matter is, for me, when I first started, I still had that job, and I wasted 2 years of my life that I can never get back. During that time, I could have been building freedom. I see people that started back then when I did, and they're already well over making multiple 6 figures. But because I played it small, and I was scared and all the things, even though I was convincing myself I was doing the work, the busy work, the work that didn't matter, I continued to lay in bed at night, awake, staring at the ceiling, stressing over bills, and dreading another Monday that I didn't want to come. So let me remind you again, if you're waiting for the perfect time to start, this is it. Because the longer you wait, the more you lose. So you might say, Paula, what's changed everything for you? You see, I stopped trying to do it all alone. I had to admit to myself that I had some mindset shifts that I needed to make. I needed to find a course that really resonated with me. They all provide education. They all have communities. They all have the things. But you have to find the right one that works for you. So for me, I plugged into the Boss Suite. A done for you, set up, mentorship, multiple income stream, and daily guidance that showed me exactly what to do next. When I had a question, they were there to answer. I was never left alone. I wasn't ghosted like many times in the past. It kept me from overthinking, so that was gone. No more of that. No more dabbling. I was no longer treating it like a hobby. Because honestly, when you get inside, not only do they set up your store, they have automations, they give you daily mentorship, content ideas, a step-by-step process that all you got to do is plug in and follow. and you can do it from your phone. Let me just say to you that this course isn't just built for 20 and 30-year-olds. We have a gentleman in here who's 61 years old. He worked for a company for 40 years. He too lost his job and he didn't know where to start. We also have a gal in there who just turned 80. So it's not just for the Gen Zs or, I don't know what they're called before that, millennials, or after that, excuse me. So many people that are Gen X and baby boomers are killing it. And if the fear you have is you don't want to buy a course to sell a course, well, I understand that too. There are 15 income streams inside. There's letter writing, which I do. I've learned to make my own Facebook group for something that I'm passionate about, Pinterest, Printify, Amazon reviews, Amazon KDP. I mean, the list goes on and on. So if you don't want to buy a course to sell a course, don't keep using that as an excuse, because you do need the education, but you have options. So to repeat what the truth is, if you're Gen X, you are not behind. You're right on time. Don't let another year slip by making these same mistakes. Start building the freedom you deserve now. Because I can tell you now, waking up to $400 days is freaking amazing. When you hear that ding on your phone and you see that it's finally working for you, you're like, oh my gosh, because I know if you're like me, it's kind of hard to believe, yet you see all these other people doing it. So once it happens to you, it all changes. And I want that for you so much. So down below in the description, I'm going to give you the link to the Most Won't We Will coaching app that changed everything for me, saved my life. And then I'm also linking the freebie to the Boss Suite. Take a look at it at your convenience and see what you think. Let me know what questions you have. And if you're a real go-getter, it's going to be the link to the course down there too. So if you're ready to jump in, I would be happy to have you in my team so that I can help you get set up and get started, and so you can start seeing 400 days too. And lastly, don't forget this Thursday, every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we do host an opportunity call where you can come in. You won't be seen. You don't have to speak. You're just like a fly on the wall getting a bird's eye view of what's inside. You can see for yourself. And that way you don't have to take my word for it. Now, before you go, tell me in the comments, which one of the 3 mistakes are you making? I'll meet you there, and we're going to get you out of that real quick. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Please subscribe. I'm going to have more videos just like this coming out, and I'm just always happy here to help. Have a good day.